Welcome. This is orientation session for the School of Engineering in particular. So first year students who are doing engineering degrees, who are doing architectural studies, and who are doing a BSc in land surveying. You belong to the School of Engineering, and welcome. My name is Sally Frost. I'm the Public Relations Manager in the college. You might have attended earlier sessions in this week, so you would have seen me. But we wanted to give you information which is specific to the School of Engineering. So not to waste any time, we'll get straight into the program. And to kick us off is the Dean and Head of the School of Engineering, who is Professor Glenn Bright. Glenn, over to you.
Thanks very much, Sally. If you could just load the presentation. Right, thanks. Great. Good afternoon, students, and good afternoon, any parents who may be watching or any other stakeholders on this very warm, humid February afternoon. My name is Professor Glenn Bright, as Sally alluded to, and I'm the Dean and Head of School of Engineering. So the university that you've enrolled in is one of the top universities in the country. It's a premier University of African scholarship, and engineering is one of the top faculties in South Africa. The University of KwaZulu-Natal rates in the top 3% in the world, and the degrees that you're going to be enrolling for, which I'm going to say a few minutes about it now, have international accreditation. So the university structure has 4 colleges. You can think of it as 4 silos, and the college that you've enrolled in for engineering, land surveying, and architecture is the College of Agricultural Engineering and Science, and it's abbreviated CAES. So if you see CAES written, it means Agricultural Engineering and Science. School of Engineering is one of 2 schools. There's the other school, which is Agricultural and Science, and our school is the School of Engineering. We have 9 undergrad programs in our discipline, and I'll go through them in a minute. And we also have an augmented program, which is a 5-year program in the school. So we have over 45 areas of specialization, more than 10,000 students in the college. We have international reputation and accreditation, which I'll go through in a minute. We look to always have at the highest standards in the bachelor's degree, master's degree, and doctoral degrees. We have outstanding research output, excellent teaching and learning support, which will be spoken to you about after I've been done. And we have highly employable graduates from UKZN, which are employed in industry and in the business environment all around the country and overseas. So the degrees are fully accredited, which means that they have international accreditation. We're talking about the degrees of the School of Engineering, we're talking about the degree of land surveying and the degree of architecture. By being fully accredited means they're internationally recognized. So you can go anywhere in the world and the degree is recognized. We have over 2,000 students in 2025 in the school. We have excellent research output, as I said, international collaborators. Our pass rates in engineering modules are very good compared to other universities around the country, and we have a dedicated academic staff in all the disciplines. So these are the programs or the disciplines that are offered. So we have agricultural engineering, chemical engineering, civil engineering, and we have electrical, electronic, and computer engineering as one discipline. Land surveying, mechanical engineering, and architecture, which gives us 9 disciplines. Students are admitted to a discipline of study, so you would have made an application to your desired discipline or program, and then you get admitted into that. We do have limited spaces, so you can think of us like an aircraft, which it's an aircraft have 100 seats. Once 100 seats are taken, unfortunately, there's no more space for anyone else, and many of our disciplines are oversubscribed. For example, chemical engineering and mechanical engineering. You can transfer between engineering and maths, physics, and chemistry. These are rare and only can be done if there's availability of spaces, with a 65% requirement in maths, physics, and chemistry. It is sometimes possible to transfer into another school, if a student wants to change, but there are restrictions on that. And as first years, you won't be needing to worry about that now. But if you encounter that, you need to speak to our academic leader of teaching and learning, who will be talking after me. So degree structure is that to develop and solve skills. So engineers, architects, and land surveyors are problem solvers. There's a problem. Man wants to travel from one place to another. So you build a car, you build an airplane, you build a train, or you build a ship if it goes over the sea. So the programs in the School of Engineering are there to solve problems. We start with basic sciences and communication. We then do in the second, third, and fourth year design, modeling, project work, and critical thinking. And in the final years of the degrees, you're allowed to do electives, which you can choose, and electives such as management, entrepreneurship, and business. So progressing through the degree, we use the robot system. Everyone starts on first year on green. So green means you're good to go. But if you fail modules or fail subjects along the way, then your progression drops to an orange, which means that you are becoming at risk. And if your progression continues to falter and you fail more subjects, it can change to a red. If you change to a red, then you're looking at exclusion. So you don't want to be there. So I would strongly suggest that you work hard this year. And all of the people I'm talking to, remain on green, because if you go to orange, you go to risk. If you go to red, you go to exclusion, which is not an easy thing to delegate, but unfortunately, it's the reality of the degree. So what support do we offer? Well, we have lectures and we have consultation times. So you attend lectures from your timetable, and you can go and visit the lecturers when they give you the times that they are available. Tutors are also there to assist out of normal times. We also have an SR program, which is called Supplementary Instruction, and it's a one-to-one tutoring available in most first-year courses. So please use that. A lot of people don't use it, and they find they get themselves stuck, and they find they don't pass the modules. An academic development officer, an ADO, can assist with time management and study skills, and student counselors can also assist with study skills and counseling. So I've just given you a brief synopsis of the School of Engineering, about the college. I'd like to say well done. You've got through high school and now you come to a university. You do need to work hard for the next 4 years. We do emphasize this, and a lot of people don't listen, but you do have to work hard, because these degrees are challenging, because you're going to come out well skilled and well prepared for the job market. Overall, the challenge is worthwhile. And I want to say once again, welcome to the world of engineering, land surveying, and architecture. Thank you, Sally.
Thanks very much, Glenn. So Glenn is the Dean and Head of School, so the leader of the school that you are assigned to with your degrees. Okay, we're now going to move on to our next speaker, who is Professor Dilip Das, and he's going to give you some information on engineering degrees in the school and academic monitoring and progression rules. So Dilip, if you want to show yourself and unmute yourself.
Thank you, Sally. Thank you, Prof, for your opening remarks. My name is Dilip Kumar Das. I am the academic leader of teaching and learning of the School of Engineering. Let me congratulate you for joining engineering. You have done a lot of hard work and did well in your school board. So you enrolled in engineering. Many congratulations. Then I want to welcome you to the School of Engineering and UKZN. We'll be very happy and pleased to serve you throughout these 4 years and make sure that you come out with flying colors. However, while welcoming you, I also want to welcome you to the most difficult and challenging world of engineering. And it's one of the most responsible things you have to do in your life. Engineering does mean everything you do, you are responsible, and it affects people in their life, in their social and economic and environmental life. So this you need to remember that you should be responsible for everything you do, and that we are going to teach you here. Sally, can you able to upload the
slides for you? Yes, I'll do that now.
Okay. I'll discuss in this a few minutes about the academic activities, the academic monitoring, and academic rules and regulations, as well as academic progression. Remember, these are your most important or core issues which you are going to experience in these 4 years. And if you miss any of them or make, do not care for, then you'll be in trouble. For engineering, it's about 4 years of study, and in architecture, it's 3 years of study. And those who are coming under augmented program, it's for 5 years. So we expect and we wish that you pass or you graduate within this period of study. But from our experience, I would like to say that many people fail to do so because they do not care for their studies, or they do not abide by the rules and regulations, they do not follow, and they do not take responsibilities of the studies. So I will be telling you most unpalatable things, or the do's and don'ts which you should be doing during this period at UKZN. Professor Bright has already explained about our academic clusters and programs. We have we have 7 engineering programs, such as civil engineering, agricultural engineering, chemical engineering, electronic engineering, electrical engineering, computer engineering, and mechanical engineering. And there is a land surveying. There is a bachelor's degree in land surveying, and there is a bachelor's degree in architecture, which is a 3-year program. Each of our, our programs are having two semesters. That means we follow semester programs. Each semester constitutes 6 weeks, 6 months, or 13 weeks of teaching and learning, and 3 weeks of exam. We have several modules which are divided into 8 and 16 credit modules. Modules means a subject. So when you take mathematics, that is a module. And if you are taking mathematics 131A, which is a code name for mathematics, for example, then it will have a credit of 8 or 16. And at the end of your qualification, you'll find that if you score, for example, 576 credits in engineering, then you graduate. If you even score 568 and leave 68 credits module, then you will not graduate. So you need to have, in engineering and land surveying, for example, to have 576 credits to graduate. So all these modules will cumulatively lead to that. So you can divide now by 16, 576 by 16 or 8, and then you find how many modules you are going to do in each semester. So in each semester, you are likely to do 72 credits, which is our normal credit load. 72 credits could be 9 modules, or could be 5 modules, 4 modules of 16 credits and 8 modules of 1. So it could be 5 modules, or 9 modules of 8 credits. That is the normal load you need to look at, or you need to register for. And we follow, but in between you can have permutations and combinations. You can have 5, 6, 7, or 8. But the normal load is 72 credits. If you are in green, Professor Bright has informed you about green, red, and orange. So if you are green, you are allowed to take 72 credits minimum. Now, we follow a year, the progression year-wise, like first year to second year to third year, and third year to fourth year. And once you complete fourth year in engineering or land surveying, then you get a degree, a recognized degree. But in architecture, if you complete 3 years successfully, then you get a recognized degree. Now, we follow, coursework and then assessment. That means we teach you, that is teaching learning, where we teach you and then we assess you. Our teaching and learning is face-to-face in contact in the classrooms. So you come to the classrooms, attend the lectures, and then you perform the teaching and learning activities, assessment activities. Then we assess. We can assess you by examinations or test or continuous assessment. Um, During this period, during assessments and your teaching learning activities, you have to go through practicals. That means you have to perform practicals, you have to perform in tutorials, that means attend in tutorials and submit your tutorial activities. Then also you need to write test. And at the end of the year or end of the semester, you are writing a main examination, which is three-hour examination. But so that does mean you have to attend classes, attend practicals, attend tutorials, do field surveys. In architecture, you do studios, then write tests, write quizzes, then write examinations to get your credits. Okay, but in order to write your examination or to become eligible to write your examination, you need to first get the eligibility, fulfill the eligibility criteria. And that eligibility criteria is duly performed. DP, remember that is a rule. Duly performed. Duly performed means, Sally, next slide. Duly performed means, that means you met certain criteria. That is, there are certain rules for each module. DP is DP is for each module. There is no general DP requirements, but there is a DP for each module. For example, and it is outlined in your course outline and in handbook. If you look at your handbook, that green handbook, which you should be carrying it for the next 4 years and go through and acquaint yourself with rules and regulations carefully, that handbook contains DP requirements for each module. For example, I can say you in one module, there may be no DP requirements. That means you can just write examinations. But there may be, suppose in transportation engineering, let me say a module transportation 1, the DP requirement is that you should have minimum of 40% in your class mark, or you must have attended a minimum of 80% of your tutorials. Suppose there are 8 tutorial classes, you must attend at least 6 classes to become eligible. If you attend 5 but miss 3, then you will not eligible to write the main examination. So you need to be very, very careful about your DP requirements. Another thing I need to inform you that very important. We also assess you. We call it assess you based on graduate attributes to meet the competencies requirement of EXA. EXA is Engineering Council of South Africa. It has certain requirements. So we assess you based on 11 graduate attributes or EXA competencies. And these competencies are sub minimums. That means there is a minimum requirements. It doesn't talk about pass or fail. You need to be competent. For example, there are 11 competencies or GS. Suppose, for example, one of the competencies is problem solving, which is solving complex problems, which is graduate attribute number 1. Now, you need to show your competency in transportation engineering. I'm giving an example so that you can demonstrate that you are competent in this module, and your examiner or your assessor will determine that based on your activities and your responses to the queries. And if you fail, for example, you say I passed the module with 70%, but you do not meet that GA1, you failed in that particular GA1 complex problem solving, although you have scored 70%, which is a pass, more than pass mark, you are not meeting the sub minimum. That means you are failing in the module. You are incompetent to write that examination. So you will be repeating that module. So these are the repeat requirements and minimum sub minimums, which are most important for you. Now, if you do not, pass the DP requirements, what happens? You do not meet the requirements. What happens? You have to apply. That means we refuse DP, then you can appeal that your DP should be rescinded and overturned because of certain grounds. And that grounds is being considered by the committee. And if they find that you have valid grounds, then it can be overturned. Okay. Now let us talk about. Can you go to this next slide, Sally? Okay. I discussed about this. Your DP requirement, DP duly performed requirements. Go through it very carefully and then acquaint yourself. Many people fails in that DP requirements. Then we okay, go back. So we have exam process. As I have told you, we have main exam, class test, tutorials, assignments, and then we have you are writing the main examination. All marks will be together. Together will give you your final mark, and it will decide your grade, or whether you are red or you're green or you're or orange. And these results will be ratified by exam board. It's not by one person or a single authority. It's by exam board of the school. And remember, all your results are marked and moderated by relevant people, experts. The moderation could be by external people or by internal people, depending on the type of module. And remember, your results are, which we call term decisions at the end of the semester, are based on a particular system we follow. You need to acquaint yourself. I will talk about that system a little later. And this is solely based on, I'm emphasizing it, it's purely based on your academic merit, your academic performance in the examination. Nothing else is considered. Whether you have any other problem, your term decisions are not concerned about it. Your terms are purely based on academic performance. So if you do whatever you do in the examination, that reflects in your term decision. Okay, but if you are not happy with your with your examination results, then you can apply for remarking. So it's less than 10, within the 10 days from official release of results, you can apply for remarking. And if you are applying for a special examination, we have a rule for special examination for under certain conditions. Then you can apply within 5 days of the exam date. So if you don't apply for within that 5 days, you will not be eligible to write special examination. If you don't apply within 10 days of official release of results, you will not be allowed to write, to remark your scripts. Next slide, so Sally. Okay. Then we have, if you fail in examination, for example, you score 40 to 48, then we'll allow you for a supplementary examination. So you can write the examination again, and then you can pass the examination or fail the examination. But if you score more than 75%, then you get a dean's commendation, which will be reflected in your term decision. And if you want your scholarship to be renewed, then you have to get an average of 80% in 2 semesters consecutively. And if you score more than 75% to 79%, then you can get a cum laude. And if you get more than 80%, then you get a summa cum laude, which is the most important or most highest honor in a module or in the degree. Next slide. Okay. So to get acquainted with these scripts, with these rules, please look into Special Exam Rule GR 23. I'm highlighting this because these are the situations which students really generally experience. So special examination to GR23, remark in GR20, and viewing scripts GR20. Please refer to your specific rules mentioned in the handbook. As I say, please acquaint yourself with handbook. Next slide, please. Okay, what you should be knowing. We have 16 to 20 lectures a week. That means every day you have to 5-day weeks. We have to go for 4 to 5 lectures. 3 to 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours, 3-hour practicals or tutorials. Usually they happen in afternoon. Our first lecture starts at 7:45 a.m. Practicals occur in the afternoon and end it at 5:15 p.m. There is no teachers meeting, no report cards. If there are continuous assessment, you will be informed about it, and there will be tests in all subjects. And as I've said, you must have a DP to write your examination. Next slide. There are 2 important rules also you need to follow. BR10, which says you should have a first year experience program. You must complete first year experience program, which is an online program. It's a non-credit bearing. It's a module you have to complete in the first semester. So, and it's online, so you have to do it first in the first semester after your enrollment. If you do not get this or complete this, you will not get your degree or not allowed to progress. Then according to BR11, you have to complete a critical social justice and citizenship module. This is also a non-credit bearing module. That means if you complete this, you don't have a credit, but you need to complete it within 4 years of the study. So at any point of time, you can register and complete it, but it's a face-to-face program module, not an online program. Sally? Okay. What you can do or how can you help yourself? You have to work consistently and effectively. Hard work matters. If you don't work hard, you won't go. 72 credits, as I have told you, the normal credit load is 72 credits. 72 credits means 720 hours of work in the semester you have to work with. That means per semester you have to work 60 hours a week, out of which 30% will be about 30% will be your class, and rest are about 50% or more than 50% of time you have to work yourself. If you have problems, you have to resolve early, and your first point of contact is your lecturer. If you have any academic problem, then you first talk to your class, your teacher or lecturer. And if you have a problem, if your problem is not solved, then you can talk to your program coordinator. Every discipline has a program coordinator, particularly a professor or a lecturer. And then there is an academic leader in every discipline. You can consult him, and then if it is not solved at that in the discipline level, then you can come to us at the school. You can talk to me or academic leader teaching and learning. You can talk to me as the academic leader of teaching and learning, and then you also can talk to the dean. Social life is important in university, but you need to be careful about it because you enjoy it, but in moderation, because you need to work hard. Sally? So as I have told you, you have to work hard and consistently. Don't fall behind. If you fall behind, please seek help. Don't bunk a lecture, or don't be absent from lecture, tutorials and practicals. Remember, if you don't attend tutorials, practicals, you will not get DP. So you must attend lectures, tutorials and practicals. And never copy, never try to cheat. We have a very strong mechanism to prevent copy, and if you cheat, then you will be disciplined. Disciplinary action will be initiated against you, and you will be in trouble. You will not be allowed to write, or your module will be forfeited, and there will be so much academic and criminal implications. Okay. But be engaged in your activities, academic and non-academic activities or extra academic activities, and do well in the exam in your programs. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, I have already spoken about it. There is a policy of cheating, plagiarism. Cheating in the examination is not acceptable. Plagiarism means copies somebody's work, copies from books, copies from articles, and showing it as your own is also not acceptable, and that is also an unethical activity which is punished, and is disciplinary action is taken if you do that. So be refrain from this cheating and plagiarism. And then we have a policy on artificial intelligence. We have a very good policy on artificial intelligence, use of artificial intelligence, for example, ChatGPT. You can use ChatGPT, for example, but use it ethically and responsibly. But if you find that you are used unethically, then perhaps plagiarism policy may apply. So be careful about while using artificial intelligence in your studies, and use it positively so that it can help you. And in case of any problems, you can speak to your academic lecturers or academic program coordinators to guide you. So what you can expect from us? We are always there to support you, both in your academic activities as well as your mental and health issues. We can offer you quality education. We have a very high quality lecturers, proven lecturers. So we can, and laboratories, academic library, instructional spaces. So you can expect quality education with high standards. We have a very beautiful environment, nurturing environment, very positive environment. You can also expect professionalism, integrity, and fairness. We are all fair. We don't make any discrimination on any accounts. Then we have a very multicultural environment which you can enjoy. We respect tolerance and respect for all, and we pride ourselves in our students and our university. We are responsible our students, and we expect responsible to respect. We expect students to respect everything. Sally. Okay, so now these are the general academic situations I explained to you. Now I will tell you something very important and very listen carefully. Let us talk about progression. This is where people face problems. As I have told you, the progress, you have to, as a normal student, a green student, you have to register for 72 credits in per semester, and your minimum credits should be 48 credits. So if you fail, suppose you fail or pass less than 56 credits, then you will be risk. That means from green to risk. If you are, suppose you progress for, you register for 72 credits, then you fail, and in after 2 consecutive semesters you don't meet the minimum requirements, then you will be coming down to risk. And if you don't perform well, suppose you scored less than 48 credits in each semester in for 2 consecutive semesters, then you'll be excluded with an appeal. First time means excluded with an appeal. So you appeal on the grounds of why you didn't perform, and then a committee, college at the college level, will consider this issue and your issue, and then they can allow your appeal, and then allow you to readmit. If your readmission is allowed, then you will be readmitted under the conditional or probation. Probation means you have to register for 56 credits maximum, and you have to pass the 56 credits. If you fail in one of them, then you will be excluded again. You will not be allowed to go through or progress. But if your admission appeal is not granted, then it will go to the appeal committee at the university level. You could be redirected to another college or institution. Okay. And the good thing is, if you can do well, you can get a dean's commendation, you can get a cum laude, you can get a summa cum laude, and each module you can get a certificate of merit. Next slide, please. Okay, now look at this. This is where students face problem, and they come to us asking for help. Now, let me tell you, look at this particular mechanism. If you do not meet the minimum progression, for example, in 2 semesters, you should have 96 credits, but you do not meet that 96 credits, then you will be put in under probation. Then you fail again, then you will be excluded with an appeal. There you appeal it. So we consider your different situations and then we approved. So you may be approved, readmitted on appeal on probation. That means you have to register for 56 credits and then continue in probation. So if you fail, suppose if you do not meet the probation condition, suppose you registered for 56 but pass 48, then you are excluded without appeal. But if you pass, there is no problem, you can continue. But if you fail in one module, then you are excluded without appeal. That means you are going out of the university for 2 years, sign an agreement and go for academic rehabilitation. That means you are going to work in somewhere for 6 months in an engineering environment or study somewhere else, a relevant module, then apply for apply for readmission. Your readmission will be based on academic rehabilitation and your meeting the meeting the exclusion conditions after 2 years. Now suppose you readmitted after 2 years, then you do not meet the probation conditions, you fail again in one module, then that is the end of everything. You will be excluded for 7 years and there is no coming back. So people fail there. So be aware that if you are failing or not doing well, then you will be really, really in trouble. I have that experience. I particularly emphasize this because we face this experience, we face this in every day. There's so I'm not scaring you. I'm telling you, you need to be careful. There are so many people who are getting cum laude, cum laude, summa cum laude. But as I was telling you, you will not feel palatable. This is the most important thing. You must be careful. But there is a way. If there is a problem, talk to your lecturer. At the beginning, you are not understanding anything. In the first class, tell your lecturer, I am not understanding. Seek help from your lecturer to program coordinators to at the school level. We are there to help you. We are there to help you. And there are mechanisms to help you. Your ADO, social, our psychological, counseling centers, everybody is willing to help you. But you need to seek help. But this you remember, if you fail in this, nobody can assist. And this is purely based on your academic performance, nothing else. Okay, let us move. So now, as I say, for the academic progression, you'll find some kind of a diagram like this in your green book. Look at that, and along with the diagram, you'll find a table. What is the minimum requirement progression? A table is given to you. So look at that, and accordingly, you try to perform, register accordingly, and perform accordingly, so that you are in the right track. Okay. So don't try to underperform. Now I will give you 2 examples of academic achievements. If you see in the first example on the top, a student has done 6 modules. He scored 89, 80, 75, 96, 86, and 88. He has taken 72 credits, and you find he has got 89, 80, so he gets certificate of merit. Then 86, 88, he got certificate of merit. So out of 6, he got 4 certificates of merit and 2 pass, 75 and 96. You may ask why he has not get a certificate of merit with 96, because somebody else might have done better than him. We just give only 3 to 4 certificate of merits, mostly 3 certificate of merits in a module. So this student gets 4 certificate of merits and 2 passes, and he got 87%. He get a dean's commendation. You will be given a dean's commendation. It will be mentioned in your term decisions. But on the other hand, a student who is not coping, he has taken these 72 credits, Okay, and then he got 52 in one module, 37 in one module, 69, 26, 34, 34. So he failed in four of the modules and passed two modules. And he got only, his average is 40%. And out of 72 credits, he only passed 24%. So which is very, very unsatisfactory. And it can lead to your, probation and then exclusion with appeal, and then continuously leading to exclusion without appeal. If this is the situation, suppose you, God forbid, if you end up with a situation, the first thing is you must consult your discipline at your discipline level to your program coordinator, then consult your academic leader, and then you consult us at the dean's office, and then we are there to assist you. Okay. Sally, okay. So perhaps this is the end of my presentation. So I just want you to remind you a few points. Please acquaint yourself with the rules and regulations of handbook. Don't say that you do not know the rules. It's not acceptable. Know your curriculum, prerequisites and co-requisites. So that is important. You will have a curriculum, map, a table showing your modules and what you can take, what you cannot take in a year, what requirements are required in a semester, what requirements required. So acquaint with that. Ask your program coordinators to help you with that. Don't overlook first year experience and social justice modules, as well as elective modules, including Isizulu, workshop and vacation works. They also are important. Know your progression rules, which I have already told you. Know your DP, suspension and exclusion rules, as I have already discussed. Consult your lecturers, academic advisors and program coordinators as relevant in your discipline to advise you on the curriculum. You can also discuss with us, but following the protocol. You must first discuss with your discipline level, and if it is not resolved, then you can come to the school level. Then seek advice or help before it is too late. As I said, we are here to help you. We'll be always there, even 24/7 to help you. But you need to seek that. We need to know that you are in trouble. Okay? Don't hesitate in that. And yes, I have already explained to you what is the what to do. First, and consult your lecturer in the class or in his office. Then just make an appointment and talk to him. Then go to program coordinator if your issue is not resolved, or if you need more advice, go to the academic leader, which is your head of the department, basically. At the discipline level, you can talk to him. He is also, approachable. And if you do not get any, resolution at the discipline level, then you can come to us as you can come to me, for example, next semester or this semester you need help. You can come to me at the school level. You can just seek an appointment and you can come. You can come in person or you can discuss online. Then our dean is there. He also can assist you if you need. And if you do not get help or it cannot be resolved, then we can refer you to the college dean of teaching and learning at the college level. So that is the order in which you have to follow the protocol. So I think this is all about from the school side, from the academic and teaching and learning side. Then there is a college office. This is a snapshot of college office. I just want to highlight. About 800 students for each admission. There are few admin officers at the college. So there are 800 students for each admin officer. So they are under pressure. So you need to be patient, tolerant, nice, and polite with them. Then they deal with your applications, they deal with orientations. This orientation, for example, is run by them or operated by them. They deal with registrations, they deal with DP appeals, they deal with graduations, they deal with withdrawals, they would deal with exam boards and exclusions. So for any of these things you need help, you can consult the exam office. But in any of the academic matters, you can consult your discipline and the school. I hope I made it very clear, although you may not like it. There are a few difficult things to face, but I expect and hope and wish that you all do well in the examinations and come up with flying colors. And our best wishes and with you. And also I say, we are there to help you and support you. Thank you very much. Sally?
Thanks very much, Prof. Das. And I just wanted to pick up on one thing that Prof said. He kept mentioning the handbook. If you don't know at this stage what the handbook is, this is the College Bible. If you Google CAES Handbook 2026, you will find it. It's online. If you go to the orientation website, it is there. But all the rules he was talking about, all the courses you have to take, the modules you have to take, he was talking about, all that information is in the handbook. So please refer to the handbook. Okay, we're moving on. Academic support structures. So Prof. Das has told you all the things that the pitfalls out there waiting for you. Dr. Marumure will tell you all the support structures that are there so that you don't fall into any of these pits. Godfrey, over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Sally. First, good afternoon, colleagues. Good afternoon, students. Welcome to UKZN, the School of Engineering. Thank you very much for choosing engineering. Right. As much as engineering is difficult, but with the right focus, right attitude, and right commitment, you can still do it. You can still make it. I've been here for quite some time. I've seen students coming in and passing with summa cum laude, passing with cum laudes, completing their degrees within the minimum time required. As long as you follow the right structures, you use all the structures that are available within the institution, right? As it has been said, the course lecturer is your first person of contact who delivers your lectures, and we have module coordinators. In some cases, the course lecturer is the module coordinator, and each department has a program coordinator and an academic leader who is the head of that department. So, then we have the academic leader teaching and learning, Prof. Das, we have just spoken, and he deals with all the teaching and learning issues of the school. Then we have the dean and head of the school, who is Prof. Bright, who is in charge of running the school, and so on. Then we have academic support and advancement program. This is where I belong as the ADO of the school. Mainly our focus is on monitoring your performance. You are not alone, we are with you. We monitor your performance. It can be individual, it can be for the whole module, and so on. And we invite you for academic advice. If things are not going on well, we invite you. If things are going on well, we invite you so that we discuss and we expect you to improve regardless of the level that you are in, and so on. We offer supplemental instruction, as the dean has just said, which is additional support apart from lectures and tutorials. However, please note that SIs do not substitute lectures and tutorials. Tutorials in some modules, they are part of the DP. SIs are not part of the DP, but they assist you in enhancing your chances of passing the modules. Normally, we provide SIs to the most difficult modules within your degrees, like the math modules, the physics, and so on. Right. Report writing, we have writing tutors who assist you with report writing. We provide workshops on time management skills, the time management, the study skills, and the progression rules. I understand the Prof. Das explained the progression rules. This is something new to you, and so on. It's very difficult to really understand it right here. But as the time progresses, during the course of the semester, during the courses of the years, first year, second year, third year, we will be always explaining these progression rules to you, and so on. It is important to know where you are. As soon as the first semester ends, you should know, this is where I am. Where am I going next semester? What is going to happen to me? That can actually assist you in progressing well, and so on. And let me take note, let me explain that I've seen some students getting excluded because of not knowing the progression rules, because of registering invalid curriculum. the invalid curriculum. You have to take note of that. And always go for curriculum advice during registration. We work with the academics of the disciplines so that you always have a valid curriculum, a curriculum that assists you in progressing in your studies. So we have the student counseling and the student counseling, that is the student support services. They are going to talk after me. We have the campus health clinic, very important indeed, which is close by the library, those who are here in Howard, and so on. Then peers, please don't work alone, always work with others. It is all about collaborative learning. You are not in competition, but you are here to achieve a goal. Your main goal is to get the degree, to get the knowledge and acquire the necessary skills. That is your main objective right here. Then we have the class representatives. As CAES, as the College of Agriculture, Engineering and Science, we take class reps seriously. We train the class reps so that they represent you. They always hold regular meetings with the program coordinators. So whatever issues that you raise as a class, take them to the class rep. The class rep will discuss with the program coordinator, and the program coordinator will take those issues to the school teaching and learning committee so that they are discussed at school level and they are resolved. Then we have the SRC, which is the student body, and so on. Right. And now let's look at the student experience. For most of you, it is for the first time to be staying alone. So it needs a lot of discipline on your side. There are a number of things that are going to be different and so on. In high school, there was a lot of supervision. Now, have you done your homework? Please wake up, go to school. Have you done your homework? As I said, have you done this and that? Now, this is university. There is less supervision. No homework is given, but you will be given tutorials. Almost every module has tutorials. Tutorial sessions are not for you to do the tutorials, to work out the tutorials, but to revise the tutorials with the tutors. So you should take your solutions for the tutorial session so that you have something to discuss, so that they become beneficial to you. And so on. Don't fall behind. This is the trick. Don't fall behind. In order for you not to fall behind, you should always remember that you are a student and your main role as a student is to study, is to learn. So most of your time should be dedicated towards learning. You have to take responsibility your own learning. No one is going to push you and so on. Meaning that you should have a working timetable. And I always say, have a 24-hour working timetable. How many hours do I want to sleep? How many hours will I be doing this module? How many hours will I be doing the practicals? How many hours this practical for chemistry, for physics? How many hours am I going to attend SIs for this module? Everything should be timetabled and be disciplined enough to follow that timetable. Always review the timetable. I always say after every 2 weeks. It's much better that way. And so on. First year, large classes, which is different from high school as well. Now you are going to have large classes, and the lecturers, it's very difficult for them to monitor whether you attended lectures or not, and so on. It is for your own benefit to attend lectures. Once you fall behind, it becomes very difficult to catch up. And I can say, as soon as we start, around week 4, you are going to write your first test for maths. So you'll be prepared. Always be there in time. Always be at par with others. Whenever there are problems, please work with others, consult with the lecturers, SI leaders, and everyone. As I said, there are a lot of temptations as you are staying alone for the first time. And for some, it's your first time to be staying here in Durban. Please don't be consumed by Durban. There are a lot of new activities, a lot of activities, and so on. Don't succumb to peer pressure, and so on. Always write down your goals. It is important to write down your goals and review those goals frequently, time and again. They will remind you, this is what you are here for, this is what you want to achieve, and so on. And within the institution, there are a lot of opportunities, great opportunities for widening horizons. Everyone has something to do. Those who like singing, those who want to engage in sporting activities, in clubs, and so on. Sports, clubs, and societies. You go to the SU, and there are other clubs like other activities or societies like the Enactors, the Golden Key, the Engineering Without Borders. You learn with others, and so on. Then there is lifelong friendships that you can make within the institution, right? Where there are people, there are always complaints. There are always, it's not always that things will go right. There are certain cases whereby things might go not the way you expect, and so on. So you should know where to go and who to see, who to talk to when you have different problems, and so on. But the first thing that I can talk about is, as a student, as a first-year student, you have been using your private email. Now you should start using your student email account. I understand you have been informed how to activate your student email account and so on. So whenever you are emailing any member of staff, anything regarding your studies, the academic, his support staff, or whoever, and so on, logging in, please use your student email account. You can be identified using that student email account. And please check your emails at least once a day. At least once a day. Do not miss out emails and so on, and respond to the necessary emails. Right? Whenever there is a problem and you feel this is a group problem, you should inform the class rep. The class rep can talk to the lecturer. But if it is an individual problem like a missing mark, you wrote the test, but your mark is missing and so on, contact the lecturer, directly the lecturer. And if the issue is not resolved, you can contact the program coordinator. And when you email the program coordinator, please copy the lecturer so that it doesn't appear as if you are talking behind the back of the lecturer. From the program coordinator, you go to the academic leader of the discipline, then to the academic leader of the school. I don't expect any problem to pass to the dean or to the DVC, because I believe every problem can be solved, and by the time it gets to the academic leader teaching and learning, it would have been solved. And as I say, as a student, you're about to have problems. It can be psychosocial problems. We have the student, the support services, student counseling, which is based here in Desmond Clarence, 3rd floor. They'll give you a booking site where you can book to have the counseling session. Then if it is an academic problem and so on, like the study skills, the progression rules, you can contact us. In the next few weeks or a few days, I'm going to email all of you links for the ADOs. That is our Book'em link, where you can book, and we can have a face-to-face session, or we can have an online session. You choose the one that you want. That's number one. Number two, I will send you a link of our land page for SIs, where you have to self-enroll. And this is where all the materials for SIs will be posted, and so on. Yes, there are other issues which you can take to the SRC and so on. But this is our structure. Whatever problem you raise, even with us, the ADO, if you don't know who to contact with any problem, you come to us, just book a session with me, then I'll direct you where to go. And so whether to see the academic leader, or I can send the problem, the issue to the academic leader. I understand some of you have been in touch with me several times during registration, saying, I have this problem, I don't know what to do, what can I do? And I've referred you to the relevant people and so on. Okay, thank you. That is all that I had.
Thanks very much, Godfrey. If you can stop sharing, thank you. Okay, I was just monitoring some of the questions in the Q&A and the chat while you were talking. Please put your questions in the Q&A, not in the chat, because the panel is monitoring the Q&A. There seems to be lots of questions about timetables and where do I go on Monday. Please visit the orientation website, CAES orientation, and scroll down to engineering students, and it has all the timetables for All the engineering degrees for architecture, for land surveying, Maritzburg and Durban, those timetables are loaded there. So please look at the timetable. It will tell you where you need to go on Monday morning and what your venue is. And lectures start at 7:45. Right, I see that Prashna is ready. So Prashna provides student counselling support. Prashna, if you can just explain something about your services.
Thank you, Dr. Frost. Am I audible? Can you all see?
Yes, perfect.
Perfect. Thank you. All right, a warm welcome to everybody, and of course, a special welcome to the School of Engineering. My name, as Sally said, is Prashna Singh. I am one of the, well, actually at the moment, the only counseling psychologist based in Desmond Clarence that serves the School of Engineering. And today I'm going to be basically introducing you to some of the student support services. If you've attended one of the previous orientation sessions, this presentation may feel familiar, but I am inviting you to please take pictures of relevant slides. The information that I'm going to provide is really helpful, very useful. You'll find it something that you can reach to throughout your academic career. And as it's been mentioned from the first presenter, to survive in the School of Engineering is also to please seek support timelessly. We are all here to support you, so do make use of all our services. All right, so a general overview of some of the support services that are available to registered students is, of course, the first thing is the student support services, which is the counseling, which I'm going to talk more in depth about in the few next slides. It is the RMS, which is the risk management services, which functions basically as the university police system. And you'll find once you get your student card, all the relevant RMS details will be at the back of your student card, which will be easy access for you. We also have the campus clinic and the campus HIV/AIDS support unit, which is titled CHASU. It was mentioned earlier on as well. They have, it's a free service available to students on Howard College as well as the different campuses. Of course, to see a doctor is based on an appointment basis. They're not always there, but there is always a sister available to attend to you. We've also got the Department of Student Residence Affairs, the DSRA, which is basically involved with any housing or residence-related issues, even any activities that happens on site on the residences. We have student funding that's also based per campus. We have academic leaders that as part of the academic school. We have the academic development officers, with my colleague Godfrey having just introduced himself to you earlier on. We also have a disability unit that is there to serve and address any disability needs that a student may need to, of course, ensure your academic success at UKZN. So if you have any perceived or diagnosed disability, please either contact me or the DSU directly in terms of supporting you throughout your academic career. We, of course, also has the Student Representative Council and the library, which I think is going to be presenting after me as well. So that was just a brief glimpse of some of the services that are available. Now I'm going to zoom in to our department specifically, which is Student Support Services. So in Student Support Services, you're going to find HPCSA registered psychologists, you're going to find student development officers and interns. We are based on all campuses. So on Westville, you'll find us in the ORT building, the OR Tambo building. On Howard College, you'll find myself on Desmond Clarence in the 3rd floor. And in PMB, you'll find us in the Frank Bush Annex. All right, some of the services that we offer is individual counseling and psychotherapy. We do academic risk assessments. We do psychological assessments. We do crisis management, career assessments. We do group work and therapy, which includes support groups. And you must just please keep an eye out on our web pages that I'll show you a little bit later for any information about this. We also offer timetabled and non-timetabled life skills workshops that focus a lot on study skills development, as well as other mental health and wellness issues as well. And lastly, we also do the learning enhancement checklist, which you will become familiar with as you progress in your academic career. It's a tool, it's a screening tool that we offer to any student with a negative term decision as a way of just creating insight into what it is that some of the challenges are that you are experiencing or that could be impacting on your academic success. All right. In terms of our staffing complement and who is based where, as I mentioned, I am based on Howard College. At the bottom there, you'll see my details, Prashna Singh. In PMB, we've got the little green part, who's Bulelwa Kanyile. And then on Westville campus, we've got our manager, Shelley Barnsley, our counseling psychologist, Ronald Msomi, and our student development officer, Sanele Zuma. And just to also reiterate, Bulelwa Kanyile is our educational psychologist based on PMB. So if you need to contact us, please take note of our email addresses and our telephone numbers. All right. Again, just to introduce you guys to everybody, like I said, I'm Prashna Singh. That's my contact details. And of course, here's where you're welcome to please just make note of all our details as well and how to find us and how to contact us. On Westville, we've got again Ronald, Shelley, and Sanele. And as I said, Ronald is our counseling psychologist. Shelley is the manager and the counseling psychologist. And we've got Sanele Zuma, who is our student development officer, with all their contact information there as well. And then there's Bulelwa Kanyile, our ed psych based on PMB campus. All right. Then how do you make an appointment to see a counselor? So firstly, what's important is that consultations are made only through appointments. We only accept walk-ins if it's an emergency. So bookings are made online, and there's the website that you need to go to make a booking. It's CAES-UKZN.bookum.com. Once you enter to the website, there's a once-off registration where you've got to create a profile. Please don't make duplicate profiles because then it makes it hard to track you as a student. We won't have you having one profile with all your information on there. Once you are registered, you can make your bookings from anywhere. It's an online booking system. So as long as you've got Wi-Fi with the internet and a device, you can make your bookings, you can cancel your bookings or change your bookings all on that Bookum website. When you are choosing to book an appointment, you've got a choice of booking an online session or a face-to-face session. But of course, if you're going to do online, please ensure you've got stable network and you are in a private and confidential space. Of course, we don't want you having to have a conversation with your counselor when you are in the field or in the soccer field with all your friends around you. All right. Also, what's important to note, once you've made a booking request, you will receive a confirmation only once your booking has been approved by the counselor. So keep a lookout for that confirmation email. Very importantly, you have to return a consent form before your appointment is approved. So the consent form is also sent via email. And because, of course, this is a psychological service, it's a legal and ethical obligation for us to have your consent before we can have any counseling sessions. Students will also receive reminders of their appointments via email. So whatever email address you put when you create your profile, that's where all the consent forms, the notifications will be sent to. So this is just a picture of how to make an appointment. There's the website up here, the CAES-UKZN.bookum.com. And again, when you're asked to make an appointment, you get to choose. If it's the first time that you're coming in, you will choose first appointment, and you get to choose between online or face-to-face. And then you have an option between a 30-minute or a 1-hour session. So just choose which session would be more suitable for yourself. And then, of course, after you've had your first appointment, you will then always choose the standard appointment booking. And then just choose whether it's online, face-to-face, 30 minutes, or 1 hour. All right, so please note with your bookings, we can only see a student once a week, and we offer a maximum of 7 sessions per year. And the reason for that is, of course, just to ensure fairness where every student does get to have a session and have access to the psychological services. We do not encourage multiple bookings as they block up our diary. So please make one booking and just wait for that booking to either get approved or cancelled, and then you can follow through. Bookum also allows you to cancel your appointment, but please do so timeously if you're no longer able to come for your session, or drop your counselor an email just letting her know you can't make it, him or her that you can't make it, so that we can open up our diary slot for that next student. All right. Very importantly, if you miss more than 3 consecutive bookings without a valid reason or without cancelling timeously, we unfortunately will no longer accept bookings from you. What we will then do is we will refer you onto an external service provider for counselling. And one of the examples is SADAC, which is the South African Group for Depression and Anxiety. All right. Our alternate contact details, if you aren't able to contact us directly, we have a toll-free counselling line that's operational weekdays from 8 to 4:30, and that's our contact number there, 0800 800 017. All right. We also have a generic email address, which is aessupport@ukzn.ac.za. Right. And then where to find us online? Like I said earlier on, we're often going to be having workshops, group activities. If there's a mental awareness week, or if there's any specific days, I know we've had just World Cancer Day yesterday. We will often be putting information on our online platforms. You can find us. There are 3 platforms that we use. Our website, which is aessupport.ukzn.ac.za. We've also got an Instagram page, and that's our handle at the bottom, CAES_Student Support Services. And we also have a Facebook page, which is UKZN-CAES-Student Support Services. So please engage with the web pages, see what's going on, see if anything's interest. We often put up helpful resources, little videos on time management, exam prep. Have a look and see what you could find useful. Some frequently asked questions. Does it cost a student to consult? No, our services are free. Can I choose who I want to see? Yes, you can, but of course, unless you are contracted for psychotherapy with a particular counselor. Can you change between counsellors? Yes. However, in view of consistency and building a relationship, it's encouraged that you stick with one counsellor. Can you consult in isiZulu? Yes, you can. More than once. Remember, we said you just have 7 sessions. How safe is my information? Your information is incredibly safe. We offer services that are strictly confidential and private. If we ever have to break confidentiality, you will be informed of it. And of course, we will need your consent, except for 3 circumstances where there's a deemed threat to yourself, to someone else by law, or it's in the interest of keeping someone else safe. All right. Can I consult if I'm worried by small things? Of course, please. We are here to support you. We want to understand what's going on. So please do feel free to book a session. Are my parents allowed to know what is discussed? No, unless, of course, you are a minor, which is below age 18. Am I compelled to come for counseling? You are recommended to come for counseling. It is strictly voluntary, unless, of course, there's an academic reason where you're being mandatory asked to come in for a session. And what happens if you miss an appointment? You've got a responsibility to inform us timeously, like I said, if you can no longer come for an appointment, or cancel it online. And these are just some slides where I'm encouraging you to please take some pictures. These are emergency numbers that you could need through the course of your academic career. So please feel free to take a picture of them. Some emergency numbers for RMS on campus. There's some outside UKZN emergency numbers. On the next slide, we've got SAPS and the Metro Police. And then we've got some community emergency resource list. All right, thank you very much. And again, I wish you all the best. And I look forward to meeting all of you during your academic career.
Thank you very much, Prashna. Before we go on to the library, I've been looking at the chat again, and there seems to be lots of confusion about how you get your student email, how you log into your student email, how you get onto the system. Please go to the orientation website. So you Google CAES orientation, it will take you there. Go down to where it says engineering students or agriculture and science students, and there's a little block that says ICS information. And you click on that, and it gives you a step-by-step guide of how you set up your password, how you set up your email, how you access the system. So please go there. It says ICS information. Under student information, it will tell you exactly what to do rather than us typing in the chat over and over again. Okay, Ashika. So this is particularly in reference to School of Engineering, Howard College. There are some students in Maritzburg, if you can talk about the library. Thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Frost. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the library. Can you see my camera, Dr. Frost?
Yes, everything's perfect.
Okay. My name is Ashika Premlal, and I'm from the Westville Campus Main Library. Today, I'm going to do a short introduction to the library and tell you about some of the services you can enjoy as CAES students, and more especially as our engineering students. We're going to show you how the library can support your studies from first year through to postgraduate level. Okay. In the library, we have, at UKZN, we have libraries on all 5 campus sites. And for engineering specifically, your main libraries will be the E.G. Malherbe Library at the Howard College campus, your Cecil Renaud Library in Pietermaritzburg, and your Life Sciences Library, which is also in Pietermaritzburg. Your Westville Campus Main Library, which is in Westville, covers all CAES students, and you will find that you will need to use the Westville Campus Main Library as well. The other campus libraries that form part of UKZN libraries are the Edmondson Library on the Edgewood campus and the Nelson Mandela School of Medicine Library. Now, at UKZN, you are not limited to one library. You can use any UKZN library. Your student card is also your library card, and it allows you access to all UKZN libraries. During term time, libraries are normally open 24 hours, 7 days a week. And during vacations, the opening hours are shorter, typically from 8 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. We advise you to always check the library website for any updates you may need in terms of library operating hours. Now, the library has a range of facilities and services that are available to you as a UKZN student. Now, the library offers print books, e-books, journals, and postgraduate theses. You will also use databases, which are online collections of academic information, and these are very important for your assignments and research. Now, the library is more than just books. There are quiet areas, group area studies, computer LANs, plug points, and laptop and plug points for laptops and phones, photocopying facilities, as well as free Wi-Fi. We encourage you to use the library as a safe and productive study space. We also have, in addition to all of this, computer LANs, which you are welcome to come and use if you decide to leave your laptop at home. Now, the library website is the starting point for all your studies and your research and your assignments at UKZN. And you can get to the library website by typing in library.ukzn.ac.za or go to Google and just put in UKZN library. Now, in the library, you're going to find that there are certain things on the website that are of particular importance, such as the iCatalog. The iCatalog allows you access to all types of resources that you can access, not only at UKZN, but worldwide. We have ebooks, which are basically electronic books, journals, which are journal articles that you can access online as well as in print format. We have a database called Research Space, which has all UKZN research that is published by UKZN students and academics. You will also find Google Scholar available on the library website. We have something called LibGuides, which is guides to help you through your library and research journey that's created by your librarians. And what's important is contact us if you need to contact anyone from the library. The Ask Us facility is a service we offer. So should you need any help with the library or have any questions, then we are inviting you to use the Ask Us facility. Now, you can also get to our UKZN library using the off-campus access page. And you'll find that to use this, you will be prompted to use your UKZN username and password for the first time. Thereafter, you don't have to worry about it. And you'll find that everything will be listed here from the iCatalog right up to your databases. Now, when it comes to databases, engineering has some select databases which you may want to use and refer to during your years of study. And one of the popular engineering databases, IEEE Explore, is available, and UKZN Libraries normally has a subscription to these databases. Now, I had mentioned LibGuides already. So this is your LibGuides landing page. And LibGuides are online guides that are created by librarians. They organize resources for each subject in one place. And these guides save you time and help you find quality resources. We also have something called a subject LibGuide. Now, the subject LibGuide is a LibGuide that is specific for your particular subject or discipline. Now, it includes a list of recommended databases, key journals, ebooks, and tips for effective searching. Now, you can bookmark your subject LibGuide as you're going to use it throughout your degree. For example, when you're looking at your subject LibGuide here, it's your chemical engineering LibGuide, and you're going to find that your librarian for engineering is on the LibGuide, and her name is Minenhle Jali, and her contact information is on the LibGuide, and you can contact her. Now, we also have professional librarians on all our UKZN campus sites called subject librarians. Now, subject librarians are here to help you. They work closely with your academic departments and can assist you with finding information for your assignments, for your reports, and for your projects. So it is important for you to get to know your subject librarian and to visit them, as this will make your academic life much easier. Now, we have here a list of the CAES subject librarians and their names. For example, there's me, Ashika Premlal. It tells you which campus they're at, the Westville campus, email and telephone number. And you'll find that to get to this list, you can go to the library website under Contact Us. Now, these are two of your CAES librarians. Firstly, there is Mineshle Jali. She is your engineering librarian, and you will find her at the E.G. Malherbe Library at Howard College. You will find her on the ground floor opposite the main circulation desk. And Mineshle is looking forward to welcoming you all to our Howard College Library. Then we have our CAES Principal Librarian, Ms. Koitsi Ngowane. Now, she is in charge of CAES, so if you need any help and you want to contact her for any information, you may contact her. She is based on the Cecil Renaud Library in Pietermaritzburg. Now, this is the rest of the CAES team. I've just put down one of the subject disciplines that we are responsible for, but we all do a range of subjects. Firstly, there's me, Ashika Premlal. I'm based at the Westville Campus Main Library. My colleague Julian is at the Cecil Renaud Library in Pietermaritzburg. Then you have Mr. Sia Nari, who's at the Westville Campus Main Library. Mr. Simon Shazi, who is in the Life Sciences Library in Pietermaritzburg. Mr. Sanjeev Vasto, who is at the Westville Campus Main Library, and Ms. Shobha Harku, who is at the Life Sciences Library in Pietermaritzburg. Now, the library also has a circulation desk on each campus site. This is where you can go to borrow and return your books, ask general questions, access academic reserves, and request intercampus and interlibrary loans if a book is not available at your campus. Now, academic reserves is where most of your prescribed and recommended books are kept. So generally, your lecturer will tell you, I've placed some books on academic reserves. Please go to the library to use them. And these books, because they're in high demand, you can't take them out of the library. You've got to use them in the library for 2 hours and return them. You can renew the books, but you need to speak to our circulation staff. We also have intercampus loans, which is available to you as a student at UKZN. So if you need anything from any library across UKZN sites, we can get it for you. So you don't have to go there physically. We can also get you journal articles by using the interlibrary loans facility. We're also going to be hosting online training from the 2nd to the 13th of March 2026. We invite you to attend these sessions as you will learn a lot about the library, such as how to use databases, avoid plagiarism, and succeed automatically and academically. Details are available on the library website and UKZN notices. So please look out for our online training sessions, which will be held on the using the Teams platform. Thank you for your time and attention. And remember that library staff are here to help you. Please feel free to ask any questions or visit the library if you need any assistance during your years of study. And we wish you well with your studies, and take care, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Ashika. And for those of you who don't know, the library is situated right in the middle of the Howard College campus. And directly opposite the library is the college office, which is where all the administrative support happens, where your registration, your graduation, the whole process from beginning to end happens there. And your meet and greet is going to be happening next to the library. And also next week, when you're on campus, we will have information desks and tours operating from outside the library. If you get stuck, that's where you will find our college FYE students to help you. Okay, talking college office and academic administrative support. Ntokozo Mgadi is our Academic Services Manager. Ntokozo, do you want to say a few words?
Thank you, Shirley. Thank you, Dr. Frost. My name is Ntokozo Mgadi. I'm the Academic Services Manager for the School of Engineering. Welcome to the school. I am in charge of academic services, so from admissions to graduation. So most queries will be coming via my office. It is open to everyone. Welcome. Thank you to all the presenters and the active participation in the chat. It shows the excitement. We trust that the session has provided you with a clear understanding of your academic journey, the support structures that we have, and also the expectations that we have in the school or in the university. So our academic service team is here to support you throughout your studies. So please do not hesitate to reach out should you require any assistance. We wish you a successful and a rewarding academic year ahead. I wish you enough. Thank you, Sally.
Thanks, Ntokozo. And I'm sure over the course of your 3 to 4 years here at UKZN, you will find reason to go visit Ntokozo and her team for one query or another. But they're always very helpful. Anything to do with the administration of your degree, that's where you go. Okay, we have a final speaker, Mayuri Parasanath, who is a FYE coordinator who wants to talk about the FYE program. We did cover this earlier in the week, but I have been told that engineering students are notorious about not completing the FYE program, and if you do not complete the FYE program, you cannot graduate, even though it is not credit bearing. So that's something that you need to be aware of. So Mayuri, if you can just quickly run through what the FYE program is about. Mayuri?
Oh, sorry, I was on mute. I'm just about to share.
Okay, we can see you.
All right, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. So I am Mayuri Parasnath, and as mentioned, I am the first year experience coordinator. I am based on the PMB campus, but I'm just going to be presenting to you guys today about our first year experience program, or the FYE, which is basically designed to support you academically, socially, and personally as you transition into university life. And I'll basically be taking you through what the program involves and what you can expect as a first year student. All right, so this module, the first year experience online module, it is compulsory for all first time entering students in the College of Agriculture, Engineering and Science, as well as in other colleges at UKZN. So this means that every student is required to complete the module by the end of their first year of study. And for you guys, that will be by the end of this year. So each student will be assigned a peer mentor who will guide you through the FYE process and assist you with completion of the module. So it is important to note that mentors have not yet been allocated to you guys as yet, and this will be sorted once registration is finalized and all information has been confirmed. Right, so further communication regarding mentor allocation will be shared at the appropriate time. Okay, so the first year program is a common comprehensive orientation and support program for our first time entry students, right? And we refer to you guys as FTENs. So the program is designed to support your transition, adjustment, and integration into university life. So it is an online-based module, but it's also non-credit bearing, meaning it does not count towards your degree credits. However, it is compulsory. So to access this module, you guys do need to take note that it's not on our typical LMS system, which is Learn 2026 or Moodle, where you'll find your other modules. This is accessed via a separate platform, which is fye.ukzn.ac.za. So as mentioned, the program is peer mentorship based, meaning you will be supported by a trained senior student who basically understands the challenges of first year, and they will guide you throughout the year. I'm just going to brief you very quickly on what the FYE module comprises of. Okay, so we have 4 units. Unit 1 is about helping you understand how the university functions, how to navigate your new academic environment. And this also covers digital literacy, understanding and building your lecture timetable, as well as an introduction to UKZN as an institution. You will also learn what it means to be a UKZN student, including an overview of the different policies, procedures, rules, and also how to use your college handbook effectively. Unit 2 is on academic skills development. So topics here include goal setting, learning styles, time management, effective note-taking, and study skills. And you will also be introduced to academic writing and the importance of academic integrity, including what plagiarism is, etc. The third unit, so this focuses on personal and professional development. This includes support for your transition to university life, mental health and wellness, career development, and self-awareness and self-management. So you will also engage with topics such as effective communication, stress management, building resilience, appreciating diversity, healthy relationships, and awareness around substance abuse, and bullying. The unit additionally addresses global citizenship and sustainability awareness, including civic responsibilities, cultural competence, environmental awareness, and values related to service and community engagement. And our final unit, which is on financial literacy, this focuses on on topics such as income and budgeting, expenditure and credit, savings and investment, and also understanding financial attitudes and behavior. So you will also learn about money management, financial decision making, and basically the importance of financial education in managing your university journey and beyond. Okay, so just a bit about our engagements and activities. So in addition to completing the online units, you guys are required to engage regularly with your assigned mentors once you get them. And these mentors will hold meetings with you, providing support with the FYE units, as well as assistance with broader university transition challenges. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware of our meet and greet, which we will be holding on the 14th of February at each respective campus. So further details will be communicated to you closer to the time. And we also have other engagements such as our FYE course marathons, and then also completion prizes and raffle draws, which are all designed to encourage participation and successful completion of the program, which of course is still compulsory. Okay, so about our team, our FYE administrator is Ms. Tembelile Mchali, and all general queries are related to FYE will be directed to her. And then we have the FYE coordinators across the campuses. So for you guys in engineering, your coordinator will be Mr. Mandla Kumalo. And then, as mentioned, myself for Pietermaritzburg campus. And we also have Ms. Tandilwetu Zondi for the Westville campus. Okay, so just a quick summary of what your first year experience within the College of CAES would be like. So you guys obviously know our journey, or your journey here begins with accepting your offer, which basically marks your official entry into the university system. Thereafter, you would move into the onboarding phase, which is managed by our admissions team, and this helps to ensure that you're correctly captured on the system and prepared for registration. Following this, you would have received introductory messages from one of our mentors to basically guide you through the next steps and provide initial support. Thereafter, you guys would have went through our online registration and registration support. And during this phase, you guys would have received academic and curriculum advising if needed from our ADOs or registration assistants, as well as financial guidance where required. And once registration would have been finalized, or once it is finalized for the entire group, as mentioned, you guys will be allocated to mentor groups and you will be registered on the FYE website. Okay, so just a note as well, lectures do commence on the 9th of February, and shortly thereafter, you will begin working through the FYE units with the support of your mentor. And yeah, thank you everyone for your attention, and this concludes our overview of the FYE. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Mayuri. Okay, so that brings us to the end of our program. Just some announcements. So lectures start next week. I think there's a lot of panic out there. Where do I go? What happens? Don't panic. It normally takes a week or so to settle in. You will come to campus with your proof of registration on your phone or printed. That will allow you access to campus. One thing you must get as soon as you can is your student card. If you are on Howard College campus, you will go to Gate 9 or the old Mutual Centre, and that is where they are printing student cards. Go with your proof of registration. If you are on Maritzburg campus, you will go to the main campus, Milner Road, RMS or Risk Management Services offices, and they will print your student card, which is your essential document while you're at UKZN. Timetables are on the orientation website. I was just having a quick look. Most lectures start 7:45 Monday morning, but don't panic. It does take a couple of days to settle in. It has the venues there. I see there's a lot of lectures happen in the science building, which is on the south side of campus. If you go onto the main UKZN website, there are maps. On the orientation website, there are maps showing you where each building is. If you are lost and panicked, outside the library in the middle of campus, we will have our FYE mentors under a big bright gazebo wearing bright shirts. They will be manning an info desk and taking tours around campus. Go to them, they're under Mandla, and they will assist you. Anything else I wanted to tell you? On the website also is the orientation booklet under engineering students, which has all the textbooks that you need, all the contact numbers that you need. Yeah, I think that's it. Information about emails, LAN passwords, how to get on the system is under ICS information on the orientation website. Right, I think those are the main things I wanted to say. So wishing you all the best. The college office is there. If you have a query with registration, go and visit them. They will help you. There are also online people who will help you if you go to the registration page on our website. We have until next Friday to finish registration, so you can still start lectures without having finished your registration to pick up the problems. Okay, thank you everyone. Good luck. We will see you next week on campus, and I'm going to end this meeting now. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.